How am I supposed to survive on this remote island? I don't have a way to make fire. I don't have any food, I don't have a single drop of fresh water, and I don't even have a shelter to sleep in. Everything I need to stay alive, I'll have to find or build myself. The next few days are going to test every survival skill I've got. Welcome back to Island Bushcraft. I drifted onto a deserted island with absolutely nothing. No survival gear, no fresh water, no fire, no food. Out here, every decision matters. If I want to make it off this island, I'll have to rely on nothing but my bare hands and the survival skills I've learned over the years. Can I find a way to survive in this unforgiving wilderness? Or will this island defeat me? Let's find out. What a lucky start. After drifting at sea for so long, I'm completely exhausted and dangerously dehydrated. I honestly wasn't expecting to find fresh water this quickly. Take a look at this. Water is slowly dripping out from a crack in the rocks. This is most likely rainwater that's collected inside the mountain and is now seeping back out. It isn't much, but out here, every single drop matters. Right now, this water is worth more than gold. The only problem is that it doesn't look like a reliable source. If the weather stays hot and dry for the next few days, this trickle could disappear completely. But for now, it's enough to keep me going. I'll take what I can get, and I'll keep searching for a better water source. I just found a large rock crevice, and I think this is going to be my temporary shelter. It's not perfect, but with the rain coming down, I don't really have the luxury of being picky. The ground in here is uneven, so I'm going to use these smaller rocks to level it out as much as I can. Even a slightly flatter surface will make it a lot easier to rest tonight. One thing I need to watch out for is these sharp rocks. They're everywhere, and one bad cut out here could turn into a serious problem. I'll have to take my time and be careful. I've got some good news, and some bad news. The good news is the rain has finally stopped. That makes everything a lot easier. I can move around the island, collect supplies, and actually start getting things done. The bad news is that the rain stopping also means my fresh water source is probably going to dry up. That little trickle I found earlier may not last much longer. I can't waste any time. Right now, I need to gather anything that can help me survive. Dry firewood, plastic bottles, ropes, washed up debris. Out here, even something that looks like trash can become a valuable survival tool. The more useful materials I collect now, the better my chances over the next few days. The first thing I need is fire. Without it, everything becomes much harder. I'm going to try making a primitive fire starter using dry sticks. The idea is simple by rubbing the wood together fast enough. The friction creates heat. If I can keep that heat building, it should eventually produce a tiny ember. It's one of the oldest fire-making methods ever used, but it takes a lot of patience and effort. Let's see if I can make it work. when the tide goes out, these shallow reefs reveal a completely different world. This is actually one of the best times to look for food because a lot of sea creatures get trapped in the tide pools. And at night, it's even better. Many crabs and shellfish come out to feed, making them much easier to spot. Look at this. I just found a red crab. They're surprisingly meaty, and the meat is firm and tasty. The only downside is that the shell is incredibly hard, so getting to the meat is going to take a bit of work. After spending the whole night searching along the shoreline, I finally managed to collect enough seafood for a proper meal. By the time I finished, the sun was already coming up. Now it's time to cook everything. I haven't eaten anything since yesterday, and after a full night of walking over rocks and chasing seafood, I'm running out of energy right now. A hot meal is exactly what my body needs. Hopefully, this will give me enough strength to keep going. And now, it's finally time to enjoy everything I've worked so hard for. After everything that's happened, this meal couldn't have come at a better time. If you're enjoying this survival journey and want to see more adventures like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support really means a lot and will help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers. Thank you for being here, and let's keep going. Now that I've had something to eat and a little time to rest, let's take a walk along the shoreline. The tide is still low, so this is the perfect opportunity to explore before the water comes back in. You never know what you might find out here. Take a look at where I'm standing right now. In just a few hours, this entire area will be underwater once the tide rises. That's why it's so important to make the most of this short window. I've already spotted a cluster of baby oysters. They're much smaller than the oysters I'm used to finding, but they're packed with nutrients. The only downside is their size. They're tiny and tightly attached to the rocks, so collecting them takes a lot of time and patience. I'm gonna gather a few and roast them over the fire. Right now, I'm making my way up this rocky cliff to see if I can find anything edible. Sometimes, the higher ground reveals things you just can't spot from the beach, so it's worth taking the risk. Just look at this view from up here. The island looks absolutely incredible. As harsh as this place is, it's hard not to stop for a moment and appreciate how beautiful it is. For lunch today, I've got some grilled baby oysters. They're not enough to completely fill my stomach, but out here, every calorie counts. Even a small meal like this gives me the energy I need to keep moving and survive another day on this island. I still haven't found a reliable source of fresh water, and to be honest, that's my biggest concern right now. But then something incredible happened. I came across a small puddle of rainwater trapped in the rocks. There isn't much of it, but at this moment, it's one of the most valuable things I could possibly find. Thank you so much for watching this first part of my survival journey. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me. I'll see you in part 2, where even bigger challenges and unexpected discoveries are waiting. See you in the next adventure.